are going to be drawing a shark coming out of a wave. Now, it's not the full body of the shark, it's only its head. So please listen, make sure that you have your white paper. It needs to be vertical, top to bottom. Supply manager is going to get the first supply, which is the crown that matches our table. Everybody's going to write their name and their teacher's code. Please make sure that this crown is returned to that cup and that cup is returned to the cart. Once we've all gotten our name, yes, we're going to flip our paper over, keeping it vertical. The next supply we're going to be getting is a permanent marker. Now, please understand, this is a permanent marker. So if you draw on your skin, it's not going to come off until a couple baths later. If you draw on my table, it's going to come off after we scrub it really hard. This should only be on the paper, nothing else. Your clothes, it will not come off. If you draw on your clothes, it will stay. So please make sure you're using this correctly. When we're ready, we're going to take the top, pull it off, flip your marker over. Please put your top on the back so it doesn't roll off our table. Now, we are going to be drawing waves and then the shark's head. So we're going to start with the shark's head. He is coming out of the corner of our paper. So the bottom right corner, I'm going to move up some, and it's going to be kind of like a surfboard shape. It comes up, and then I'm going to curve down to this side. And again, it's a point. Sharks have a point. So again, it looks like a surfboard coming out. Now, the shark's nostrils are right here. So we're going to do, it's not his eyes, 2 dots, and then kind of like just a little mark. I know it looks like eyes and eyebrows. It's not. And then the mouth. The mouth is going to have a kind of a frowny line. And then on top, a big frowny line. We are not drawing any teeth in. We're going to add that later. So just leave his mouth open. Kind of looks like SpongeBob or his friend. Okay, so here's the point. So we're going to move up. Right about that, we're going to make a wavy line. Now, please understand, I'm not looking for zigzags. We don't want zigzags. We want just a wavy line. This is water. Now, we're going to draw different vertical lines. So every time we're just going to say, every time the wave goes up, I'm going to draw a line. The wave goes up, another line. The wave goes up, another line, because we're going to be painting these lines different shades of blue. So that's what we have so far. And then we have another line we're going to add above that. If you've ever seen waves, waves always have a white kind of foam at the top of the wave. So we're going to copy this above it. And we're going to leave some space because that's going to be the sky. Make sure I draw all the way to the end of the paper. Okay, so we have drawn our shark coming out of the wave. Again, we'll add the teeth. Don't worry about that. Take the top. Please make sure that you hear the click. If you can't push it with your thumb, push it on the table to get it to click. Please return that to wherever we got it from. Folder holder, you're going to collect your sharks. Just today we drew it and put them in your folder. Till next week, we'll add our color. Okay, we are going to be painting our shark. So double check once the folder holder passes out. Make sure that it is your paper with your name. Once we've all got our papers and your paint mat, then I will call supply managers to get our paint. Now, we have our paint section separated into 2 colors. So we have our blues on one side of the tray. Once we finish with those, we'll close those up. We will flip the tray around, and we have our yellow and our gray. Please remember, any paints that are sitting in here, we are not using. Do not open these paints. They stay closed. So again, make sure your tray is turned so you can see the 2 blues. Supply manager, don't remember to grab this. Dump out your into your little cup so everybody can grab a handle. When table captain, I will tell you to open your paints. Carefully leave them on the tray. Take your tops, make sure you get them in the little cup. So we have 2 shades of blue. We're going to make a pattern using those shades of blue. So you can see I have 4. So 2, be a dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue. So again, dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue. So I'm going to start with the lighter blue first because it won't mess up the color. Once I dip, I'm gonna move to the, not the first one, but the second one. I don't want to cover up the black lines completely. Don't go into my shark. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the same color. I'm going to skip this one and move to the last one because we're making a pattern. Take your time and make sure you know where you're painting. You don't want to paint in your shark. Okay, so we've done 2 of them with this color. I'm going to wipe this brush off on my mat, and then I'll move to the darker blue. The first one and the third one. Okay, so I've used both my colors. Wipe this off. Table Captain, you're going to get your tops, pop them back on those 2 blues. Don't put your brush up, keep it. And then we're going to flip our tray. So now we have our gray and our yellow. Now you got to make sure you're using your brush. Make sure you're not slamming it and twisting it. You wipe down, you wipe up. You want to keep Tippy's hair looking nice and fresh. Okay, so Table Captain, you're going to open the yellow and the gray. Put those tops up. I hope all my blue is off. I'm going to go with my yellow. So I'm just going to dip. The very top where the sun is shining is going to be yellow. It may turn a slightly green because you have blue on your brush. It's the very top of our paper. Oopsie, I can tell I had too much green or too much blue on that side of the brush. It's okay. Oops. So this area is going to stay white. That is like the caps of the waves. If you've ever watched a wave, waves have white. Okay, wipe off my yellow. And then I'm going to move to my gray. You do not want to paint in your mouth of your shark. Well, we're going to leave that white for today. Don't worry about the eyes. We'll go back over the eyes and the nostrils. Spreading out. Make sure I'm dragging that paint down. I don't want to goop it on. I'm going to put my finger right there where the mouth is because it's going to help hold it down. And I know you may have covered up some of the black lines. Don't worry, we're going to be going back over these here, going back and forth. Table Captain, grab your tops, pop them back on. Supply Manager, make sure you get everybody's paintbrush with their bottom down, hair up in the house. Supply Manager, you will walk this back to the back counter. Everybody else, you're going to wait and listen for Miss Lawson to tell you, are you bringing just your art or are you bringing your art and your paint mat?